Hi, I'm Travis Payne, and you're watching Backstage Pass on BuzzFeed. I've got a big release coming out with NLE Choppa, who's now known as NLE the Great. It's very relevant that the short film we just created together, we co-directed and co-choreographed actually, will debut on October 31st, right in the midst of Michael Mania.
Purple rain, don't stop with two Glocks on me, twin flames, trying to bring a demon pain. I'm losing sane. I got a bullet engraved on it, his name clip like a dick dump until it's all gone. That's a sex change. This shit get deeper than rap. Can't give a fuck about the streets. Y'all wasting me to decease them, so I'm.
I think that, you know, the thing is with This Is It, we didn't know we were making a film. We were just documenting our process as we always did from the start of my career with him in 1992. There were always cameras, there was always B-roll, but it was for a reason, because we would watch that footage and we would learn from that footage, and we could refer to that footage years past or ahead and say, you know, what was that version of Dangerous and da-da-da-da-da, and we could go back and find it. And so there was always a purpose for it. It was an educational tool. So the time that, you know, we shared for the making of This Is It, the concert tour, was just like no other creative process we've ever had together, because at that time Michael was a parent, he was a father, so that made everything different. His entire agenda and reason for doing things was completely different. It was just such a joy to watch him be a dad. You know, we would do a lot of the rehearsals at his home there in Bel Air, and the children were always there, you know, and they were much younger, of course, at that time, but they were coming to learn exactly who their father was as an artist, because they didn't know. They had never seen him perform live. And that was one of the main reasons. Other than the reason for This Is It was to remind people of the frailty and the sensitivity of this planet, and how Michael used to call it a runaway train. So just think in terms of, in 2009, he was warning us about everything that we've been enduring for the past 5 years. 30 years ago, when he was wearing face masks, people thought that was kind of silly. Now it's the norm. It's always been the norm here in Japan, but it took the rest of the world a minute to catch up to that, you know? He knew that there was a sensitivity with regards to war. He knew about the Middle East. He knew that routing the concerts into different regions would enhance the economy, which would help the families, which helps the children. He knew all of these things. He was so well read, and he cared about humanity so deeply that most of his art was centered around educating people and letting us know, you know, though we live in different corners of the world, though we speak different languages, though we have different, you know, skin tones and hair textures, we're really the same. That was his message, is that we are one, and that the earth is the only one we get, and that it is most important for us to give our younger generation and the younger generation after that an earth that we could recognize. And so that's why he would say, you know, I could go do a press conference and say, heal the world, save the planet, we are the world. He was like, but people don't really hear me. I put it in a song, I can make it melodic, I can pick the right chords that touch people physiologically, that, you know, really alter their, you know, that get to the cellular level, you know, and he was really into that. His music was like a science, it was like math, and he was like a mad scientist creating, you know, art that would inspire generations. And it was like he was a storyteller, he was an educator, he was a prophet. And so I just am so grateful to have witnessed that, you know, as a dancer, as a choreographer, as a director, and then ultimately a producer of the documentary, along with my hero and mentor, Kenny Ortega. You know, we got to tell the story of what was supposed to happen for This Is It. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.